Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we're in Minecraft again today, kicking off the week. We've got lots to do on the Sci-fi Command Center and the surrounding area, and there's a new episode of the Spawn Chunks out. We recorded our first live episode of 2026 yesterday. We looked ahead for our plans for 2026 in Minecraft, what we hope to get from Mojang as far as development happens in Minecraft in 2026, and answered a couple of listener emails as well. So that was both myself and Johnny, my co-host Pixel Riffs. If you're new to the channel, then you can go check out the Spawn Chunks on your favorite podcasting app. It's totally free. It's about an hour to an hour and a half of Minecraft news and content every single week. And we have not missed a week in, gosh, 8 years. Coming up on 8 years, I think. So it's a fun show. I think you'll like it. And that's available now. I also have an episode of the Citadel Cafe coming up this month. That's going to be episode 501. 500 came out on Christmas Eve, and you can listen to that. And that's like a special 2.5 hour just round table of the coolest stuff that we thought happened in 2025 as far as sci-fi and fantasy media was concerned. So that's a really good listen as well. I'm a little biased, but I think it was a good time. So let's just dive right in. And kicking off the stream, we've got Goonie Katie resubbing at tier 1 3 months in a row. Thanks so much, Goonie Katie. Really appreciate that. Hope you're having a good week so far. SweetSandi is here. Cosmic Dancer is also here. Steven ESC is probably lurking in the background. Thanks very much. And Nadila is here too. All right. So last time we were here, we were messing around with this villager breeder, and the instructions were either not correct or something. However, it looks like they are now working. So good. We just have to close this off. I'll go get some blocks. Villager breeder is now working. Excellent. I took some time in between streams, actually immediately after the last stream, when they fell through the hole when we didn't think they could because of the farmland. And I plugged it up and I moved them back. Oh, hello. We'll have to do that in a second. I need bricks to lock these guys in from going anywhere. I also already have 3 villagers. I need a way to... What's a way to shut off a villager breeder? Anybody have a good idea on how to shut off a villager breeder? So he's off wandering around, and we'll have to maybe do something here. This will at least keep them in place most of the time. Blocks, block access to the beds. Okay. Well, there is no access, because they fall through a hole. So I guess if I put something... I guess if I block that view, so if I put maybe if I put like a piston or something there. Removing the beds works too. Fair. Okay, cool. I guess manually remove them. Nope, I'm not gonna be able to get out that way. That will keep him in there. These guys will just build up. That's fine. And no one can get out that way. I guess I could probably just take some of these back. Okay, cool. So we've got one guy roaming around back there somewhere. That's fine. I'm gonna need like 3 or 4. So we know it works. That's good. So yesterday on the podcast, Pixel Riffs mentioned that the iron trade is the best trade for getting like emeralds and stuff. Because if you want to buy quartz from Mason villagers, which is what we want to do, then we have to get some emeralds first, and an iron farm is probably the easiest way to do that. Yeah, if you have lots of iron. So I could also just create a small iron farm, like purely dedicated for trading and not have to worry about anything else. Like what the main server iron farm is like for everybody, but I could make a small one that would be loaded here all the time. The other one's loaded because it's in the spawn chunks. Found some spare, thought they might help Cosmic. I mean, if it's a pink sign, do you really have to sign it, Cosmic? I think we all knew who it was from. Oh, cool. Yay. Go in there. We'll reorganize this a little bit. I feel like I do this differently in other boxes. Cool. That's great. Thanks very much, Cosmic. I'm the one that should be dropping shulker boxes off to you. Steven isn't good at lurking. Supposed to be working the best. Look, I won't tell if you won't tell. All right, so I want to, I think we should probably attempt to figure out what that top floor is going to be doing. I'm probably going to temporarily put in some diorite because it's an easy block to break. How did you get out here? Were you out here already, maybe? Oh, that's how you did it. Okay. It's fine. We will need to do something with you. I'll go get a boat. I just don't want him wandering all over, because it's a pain to move them around. Right, got boats right there. Very helpful. Aha. I'm not familiar with the masonry trades. I could just go look it up on the wiki. Masonry is the stone cutter? No, not stone cutter. Is it? Which one is the masonry? I think it's the weaponsmith is the stone cutter? What's the one that I was thinking of? I'm thinking about the weaponsmith. That's the grindstone, right? Cool. All right, let's just move you off to the side. I find it so funny that even in this modern version of Minecraft, turning and moving in the boat is still very much a a stroby thing. Clay and diamonds or emeralds for bricks. Cool. All right. So we need emeralds. I mean, I've got lots of clay too, but we'll do emeralds for bricks. If I have enough. I don't think I have enough. Now clay. I thought I had. Do clay first. Smithing table is a toolsmith. Grindstone is a weaponsmith. Right. Something that I don't think is very clear is that you have to get out of the inventory. I've been watching a lot of people play Minecraft for the first time, and when they finish the trade and they level up, I really feel like there should be something to indicate like a refresh in here, because it's not clear that you have to exit out of their inventory and then come back in. You want stone for emeralds? I will give you stone for emeralds. That's fine. I'll go do that. Gold. So now we've got polished andesite for emeralds. I forgot that you can get like free stone from these guys. Ta-da! Emerald. Armor doesn't have the iron trade. Wiki says they do. Tool and weaponsmiths are better. So I'm looking for the quartz trade, but you're saying the iron trade is not, it's not these guys. It's going to be someone else. I guess I'll just keep on going for andesite. We tend to use a lot of that. No longer available. That's it. Oh, that's just at a discount. Never mind. Diamond. There's the quartz. 1-to-1. That's pretty good. Okay. Well, that didn't take too much. That's endgame. That's pretty easy to do. I wish you could reorder these and push them up taller. And then pillars. That seems pretty cheap. Cool. So like I could have several of these guys ready to go quite quickly. All I would need to do is have the emeralds to then trade with them. And that, I think... What am I listening to? This was supposed to be sci-fi. Cyberpunk soundscape journey. All right. For anybody watching later on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube, the music isn't part of the VOD track, so you have to be live here to be surprised. Midnight or night. Sorry. Great part of having a vacation is being able to catch a Joel Duggan stream. Well, that's awesome. Thanks. Blue Crow on a watch streak. 3 streams in a row. 3 streams in a row, sorry. Okay. Well, that was pretty straightforward. So I can put those back. I'm going to leave some of this stuff close by. So that, I guess I could probably turn this into a trading hall. I don't know if I want to do it immediately, but we can start to plan it out. How many of these guys do we have now? I should probably not do this in a way that's going to be a problem. Let's do this. There are 1 grown up and 2 babies, it looks like. Maybe I'll switch that. I don't know if they can get out. Can't really see. I feel like the babies can't fit through there. So we should be good. Good enough. Blast Jordan, tier 1, subscribing for 31 months. Thanks so much, Blast Jordan. What day is it again? Tuesday, all day long. Unless you're in the future. Alright, first things first. I need some golden carrots. Because I do not have any. Three stacks plus a little bit. That should be fine. Crap. Cool. All right, let's go get some coarse fruit. I haven't harvested the coarse fruit and I haven't looked at the sheep farm in a while. Wow. Okay. So this is going to be... 1 would probably be enough. That's crazy. Huh. Okay. These guys. Low88 subscribing with Prime. Thanks so much, Low. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Helpful. You know what? I don't care. I'm finding my frame rate is weird today. Yeah. So we need another shulker box out here. Wool was over here somewhere. It's concrete powder. There it is. I know I could have a much bigger purple farm, but I don't know where I'm going to put it permanently, so we're waiting on that. Now why? Huh? 11 components and 10 components? That is so weird. Huh. I wonder if it's because I crafted that wool with string with a data pack. I bet you that's it. That's a level 1 hype train on the way, folks. Another minute if you want to jump in. It's either 100 bits, a Prime sub, or a Tier 1 sub. And get you access to whatever the new emotes are from Twitch. Right, blaze rods I think is where my bottleneck is now. Right, okay. The blaze rods are the problem. Easy. Oh no, wait a minute. I have a box of those. There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. I'm starting to store things in different places, and it's messing me up. So as far as building goes, I think we want to try to get the half of this top floor sorted. I think would be good. And then we can work on what the ceiling is going to be like in here. Figure out what these bulkheads are going to look like. Essentially, what I want this to look like is something like this. Maybe a mix between that and that. But I think instead of the quartz being on the floor, I might keep the andesite because I think I like this look this material might change, but I think I like the look of the andesite along here because I don't think quartz and white concrete are going to look very good together. We could try one, but I really feel like, I don't know, I feel like maybe the second floor should have, yeah, this is, I'm getting some stutters today. That's so frustrating because it's a brand new video card. I don't know if I should stay consistent with the quartz for the floor up here or whether I should switch to the andesite and then have quartz, because I have stairs and pillars and stuff, and we could make these bulkheads just like that. I want to try to put some lights in them too, so these can end up being quite thick. Nadila, you like the change of andesite? Yeah. Well, first things first, I want to see what the cap is going to be in terms of what we have for vertical room. So I'm going to grab some diorite and we're going to put in a temporary floor. I don't think that's going to be enough. Do I have more? Yes. So the idea, maybe we'll just take out half of this. What I want to do is have this be the ceiling level. Well, I should say that. This is going to be the floor of this level. How do I install this elevator? So I want to have enough room to have some depth in the ceiling below. And if these are the stairs, I would probably want to make these more gradual. Thanks for that little hype train, folks. Really appreciate it. I think 6 is a little bit much. Maybe we just go for 5. What does that leave us here? Because I still don't know what the ceiling is going to be like on this stuff. I think this was an old temporary floor. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's pretty good. And then up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That doesn't make any sense. 2, 4. 1, 2.5. Right, that's 3. That'd be 10, not 7. That's not terrible. I feel like walking up it was a little bit too slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like this top part could be farther back, maybe. I mean, this is just supposed to be a rough idea, but I think this will go out to here. This is what I mean, because then we'll have this increase in height, and it'll happen at the same time that the lower part also goes up. So these are going to be like a funny shape inside. Let's just go with this for now. I don't think I have enough slabs. Whoops. That's pretty good. You can still see the window. And then we'd bring some of this down. This might move because we'd have to create some sort of design for the elevator up here. My Minecraft brain wants this to be 5 steps instead of 6, but we can't do that. It'll always be an even number. It's either going to be 4 or it's going to be 6. I think 4 wouldn't be enough. No. Then we'd be up here. All right. We do that. I'll put this in here. So you can see there would be a ceiling change here if we wanted it to be there. I think I should get rid of this temporary dirt area. Stuff everywhere. Then I'll fill that in so that we have a good idea where that potential ceiling might be. Essentially, I'm going to try to design about half the room. And this window will probably change position. I think I mentioned that last time. Oops. Close enough. I think you get the idea. So you'd come in and there'd be this large staircase that would just open this up. I don't think it would be the whole thing. I would imagine we'd have some sort of other bulkhead, which means we could use this space for something else. The idea originally was that these spaces behind the windows, so this area right here, was going to be where I was going to put all my shulker boxes. But it's so far up here, I don't know if it's very practical. I feel like having one of these wings as the shulker boxes might be the better way to go. And you can sort of understand maybe the, like, I've got these rough bulkheads in here. Imagine something like this, but then like having shulker boxes, like 3 or 5 shulker boxes, and then having like another bulkhead, 3 or 5 shulker boxes, another bulkhead. Lots of lighting and cool stuff. I think that could be fun. I have to try to figure out how to get some more natural light in here too. Like I'm liking the way that the sun comes in, but obviously when the roof goes on these things, it's going to be blocking all of that. I feel like that's plenty of room. I don't know that I'd want it to be any... Certainly don't need any more height. Because that gives us enough room to play around with some sort of ceiling design in here, right? The problem, of course, if we get too far away, then lighting becomes an issue and we have to put lights on the floor. Oh, the quartz was great, Cosmic. Thank you. Appreciate it. The joke was that you didn't have to sign the pink sign. We all knew who it was from. Much appreciated. Do you want the shulker box back, or do you want a shulker box of stuff? Like, are you short on anything? I keep on borrowing materials from you, but I've not dropped anything off. That goes for you too, Steven. I know that you're lurking, but for folks that don't know, Steven's on the server as well. Not right now, obviously. But if you need material or things and have material that you are willing to trade for, let me know. Because I've got lots of stuff I need and lots of stuff I don't need. And then I've got shulker boxes to deliver them in, so I can very easily get you up to snuff. Because I think your 2026 resolution should be play more Minecraft. A little biased, just me. All right. Obviously, that's not going to be andesite. I guess that's far enough. Well, I kind of have to do that if that's where the elevators are going to go. Not that they can't be moved. But we do have these 11 blocks here, so putting the elevator in the middle feels the most convenient. However, it doesn't involve this design. This is the outside material. It's that design. So we don't need it to be in the middle. We could move this if we felt that this was too close. I don't know. I think that's probably an okay place to have the door. You can certainly see it from everywhere. I wish we had a way in Minecraft to do big doors like that that didn't require a metric ton of redstone and falling sand. Like, I would love to have, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's a 9 by 9 door. Imagine that split. Well, I guess we can't split it down the middle, but it would be cool to have that. One thing we could do is have the doors open, but then have a shape to them. So like I could do something like this inside. Right? Have that look like an open door, but then I could have this like that cut out there. Right? So it sort of looks like it goes together. And if we did that with stairs, it would look pretty cool. Maybe not out that far. We might have to back that one out a little bit. Have to get reacquainted when your inventory first. Fair enough. Well, let me know. Because that's the thing. Like, it's a great thing about being on an 8-year-old server is that if the barrier to playing is like collecting materials, well then screw collecting materials and try to get them from other players. Try to beg, borrow, and steal. It certainly helps when you've got a big project. Are you done the stair monument? Is that finished? You probably have stone. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. I feel like that's decent. So if I wanted to do, I guess this is going to be the villager trade hall. And for villagers, we need to have a workstation. Right, like workstation, spot for the villager. And then we'd have to have walls. The workstation could be behind them, I think. I think I could put the workstation back here. And then we just have to have a way to keep them from coming out. And that could be trapdoors or something. Workstation behind is better if you want to get the XP. Is better or is not better? Is better, okay. The workstation will be behind them. And then all I have to do is just block that space with something small. Trapdoor, something like that. Workstations often block the XP orbs. Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm trying to think about what we could put in front of these guys. I mean, we could probably put end rods, or I like the idea of a frog light being like right in front of them, or maybe under the under them. That could be kind of cool. So, workstation, that could be a frog light. So that keeps every, I mean, not that we need it, but it would just kind of be a cool way to make it look like a little prison. I guess we could do like glass panes. And then as long as there was something that overlapped there, like glass pane, and then maybe shelf blocks across the top. Like a glass pane fence. Glass pane fence would keep them in there. They wouldn't have enough room to get out anywhere. I don't think I would need anything up there. Maybe we could test it. Either way, it's a 3x3. Don't need a block above the villager's head, yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to build this out of quartz, but I do want to get some quartz stairs, slabs, and blocks. And I don't think this sort of looks sci-fi-esque, but then we also have these. And actually I should put one there. Let's make more. I need to fix my data pack that allows me to do this in the stone cutter. Don't know how these are going to look. They're probably still going to look like wood. And end rods. Need to get more frog lights too. Take care, Steven. We'll talk to you soon. Sorry we didn't get a chance to hang out over the holidays, but hopefully we'll hang out soon. I need to talk to you about Citadel Cafe as well. For folks in my chat that didn't know, Steven is Steven from the Citadel Cafe as well. So if these are going to be these white bulkheads, in order to achieve that shape, we're probably going to go stair. This feels a little too simple, maybe. It's not bad. I don't know about the top part. The cool part about the shader pack is that these light blocks tend to glow when in shelves. Without it, it's just pretty blank. So you'd want to use something else in there, like maybe something colored, like a blaze rod, although that's probably going to be on an angle. We could also use frog lights. Stream's at an hour. Thanks, Sandy. This could also look cool if it was recessed a bit. We wanted to do that. The colors match okay. It's not great, but the functionality, I think, outweighs the slight mismatch in color. I mean, they're not bad. They're pretty... Unfortunately, I mean, it's nighttime, but unfortunately, there's purple. This is a cooler white, and that's a warmer white, so it's a little bit weird. This is the only pain in the butt about doing this for decoration, is that you really have to separate things out in your inventory. Fixing it in my texture pack. Yeah, that's a possibility. This is a weird track. I'm not sure if I keep these. That's pretty cool. I don't mind that. Maybe not on the door, but certainly on the other bulkheads inside. It's funny that the end rods disappear before, or maybe it was just illusion. Oh, there's a hole there. I mean, they render in for almost the width. That's pretty good. This is about as far as away as we would be, except for out here. Just far enough. Although I would say, like, when you're walking in here, I don't think you're necessarily gonna be looking right up there. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Yellow, it's not a bad idea. I want to try. I don't want to get into too much retexturing because I don't want the whole place to just be like, oh, I couldn't figure out how to make sci-fi Minecraft textures, so I just changed all the wood into metal, and yay, done. You know, it feels a little not cheaty, but definitely the easy route, right? So I'm not sure about this top part. That feels very octagonal. I was hoping for something a little bit more straight. So maybe that's where we don't do that. We could also... That feels a little bit better. No, it's still too high, so I don't want to bring this down. The other option would be to not have these up in the middle at all, and it would be to have them along the base, because something I did like about the reference is a lot of this stuff is lighting along the floor. I think I have to remove the other two. They do have lights going up them. I think the idea, the better way to do this might be to make the bulkhead like chunkier. It definitely needs something up there. Maybe we could just replace this. Not the best. These block light though, which is cool. Not bad. It's got an interesting look to it. Could even come in here and pull this sideways. Maybe. Would only be a slight change in the hue saturation, not that big a deal. Yes, no, that it's fair. Yeah, because I've done that with something else. Yellow glass, and I've changed the hue saturation on I've got black nether bricks. What else have I changed the hue on? There was something else I changed to. Oh, gravel. My gravel is neutral. My gravel does not have any purple in it. It's a little bit warm, but I removed the purple. So it matches better with stone and stuff. And that was just me just moving some sliders around in Photoshop back in the day. Okay, I need to take that break. I will be back in about 6 or 8 minutes. Be right back. Yeah, I'm not digging the metal guitar in the middle of this track. Let's pause that. And we'll go back to too bad because I like the other stuff. Too much metal for me. Yeah, I like the other. I'm looking for background music, and I find when it switches genres, it's distracting. It's just to kind of fill in the silence when I'm sitting here thinking. So this might not be what we do at the front, but I like that general look. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is probably good for the door. Now, after we get out of the door, we've got this space here, and then this is where I think the room would start. So we could have a 3 wide bulkhead here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then maybe do another one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not quite enough, is it? Maybe 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gets us almost up to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could probably make that work. You can sort of see what I'm thinking of with like a bulkhead here, space for stuff, bulkhead there, space for stuff, bulkhead there, space for stuff. I mean, this could be the end of the room. That's fine. I don't know if I want it to come in though. We don't have enough room. That's very much the outside, I think. Oh, no. Huh. That is. Okay. Wait a minute. Is that wrong? Oh, no. Okay. So this would be one of our limitations. So I might want to bring this in a straight line if I wanted the thing to just look like a corridor. And that's fine because we need the extra space behind this stuff. So maybe if this is our limitation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there. Is that too narrow? And then we could have 2 villagers in each section. I think that's pretty good. And then these could be this kind of a bulkhead here. Although, wait a minute. We might have to push that back a little bit. It goes out. Oh, there's an idea. We could do frog light there. This is what I mean by having some depth in these things. That's kind of fun. That might be a bit much. No. I think I prefer having vertical lights, so maybe this whole thing in the middle could be frog lights. Definitely just kind of spitballing here, and it's not going well. We could put this back farther. I'm trying to make it not look like an Egyptian column or something that's meant to be in a castle. That's pretty good. And put some glass over that. That could work. Cold Trip Shots. Welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. How'd you find the stream? You're asking how you enjoy Minecraft. I feel like every time you play the game, it's just the same survival. Build a terrible house, die, and then go off the game. You're not playing long enough. Would be my assessment. I think I might want to put these back one. Oh, that's the same place. I think that works. That works with the depth change. I think that could be cool. I don't know if this is going to look the way that I want. I need to do the top, I guess. Oh, I didn't do the top right. Ms. Mist, welcome in. Let's make this one full. Whatever material we make this out of, it's probably going to also need to have slabs and stairs, so it's not going to be andesite. Maybe we'll use tuff. That would be a good contrast, I think, between the quartz. And then ceiling, let's just put this up here for now. That's kind of dark. So we've got lots of room for depth in the ceiling if we need to. I feel like those could even be taller. For anybody new, we're using this as inspiration. We'll have grid lights in the ceiling, I guess. It would be between the bulkheads? Yeah. And then we just chop out a hole. Oops, wrong hole. Ah, that might be, that feels kind of high. Anybody else think that's kind of high? Catalina, hello. Welcome back. Yeah, that feels it's kind of high. Well, it's high if maybe if I extend this, it'll work better. So let's get rid of that. So maybe have like a block there. No, even then it feels kind of small. That's not terrible. I think the issue is that these do sort of make it look and feel like a pillar and like a Roman, not cathedral, Pantheon. I really wish we had the ability to put these flush like on the inside. Maybe if I just do one of them. That's a little bit better. Feels a little bit more sci-fi maybe. Oh, whoops. See, by keeping that only too high, though, it feels like it makes it feel squat, and I'd want it to feel taller. Taller than not. Looks like 4 above the floor and 3 on top. 4 above the floor. What do you mean? I'm gonna go grab a couple more bits of material. Oh, trying to see what the ceiling is? Yeah, I need to make that clearer. Let's grab some of this. And I'll put some of the dirt away. What ceiling block could we use? I mean, tough might be a good ceiling block, too. Although with the purple... We could do terracotta ceiling. Then I don't have stairs and slabs, but that's fine. I don't think I'd want to do a stone ceiling, but we'll try it. I think what I want to do is take this up a notch. This is just temporarily to have some sort of like metal looking color up here. Just to see if this is something that's the right height. I'm gonna have to set up my own frog light farm, I think. Which is fine, because we've got a big nether. I don't know... What's the best place? Is it just a basalt delta? I think I've got a bastion nearby, too. I just don't know if it has a spawner. I don't remember. It's not terrible. Could be worse. Might be kind of dark. We might be better off doing that in the ceiling. Because this is so simple and very similar. I wonder if we could have more color happening for those. Because then we could have colored glass on them too. Maybe not orange, but like something similar. I like that. That looks good. We might want to go with white glass. That tends to that accentuates the purple. We might want to go with a white glass there. And then whatever we do for texture here, I mean, right now I'm using tough. But we don't want this to be just a straight connection. We want to have some sort of I'm not sure what some sort of change in geometry between the roof and the wall. It's very flat. So I think whatever we do in the wall, it has to have stairs and slabs. Maybe we do like regular andesite? I don't know. We don't have good colors in these for sci-fi. White is really the only one we can mess around with. And I said I wanted to have lights in the floor. And that'll help just illuminate the whole thing. You've never made a frog-light farm in the Nether? What do? You bring the magma cubes to the surface? Like to the overworld? Oh, roof. Right. Yeah, we don't go on the Nether roof on the Citadel. Just kind of a fun decision. So one of the ways that this looks cool is that there's stuff down here. That feels kind of straight. As far as the shape goes, maybe we could do slabs. That's a little bit better. This feels very plain. Would have to come up with some ways to detail it. But I don't have... Oh, we have to put glass here. I don't think that'll connect. What else do I need? What do I have stairs and slabs in? Andesite. We could go with dark walls, polished deep slate. And what color terracotta would we want to put in there? Nice thing about symmetrical builds is that you can mess around with different materials and kind of look at how things are progressing. Let's try, I'm curious about the andesite. Now where would the next, I guess right in the middle? That's 5. Yeah, I don't know about that. I like these. I think those are looking kind of cool. We may have to make them a little bit bigger, but there's not enough contrast between the two. Oh, I forgot they were going to connect like that. Is this going to work? Oh. So we could make this out of dark stuff. Maybe the color could be behind them. So villager workstation goes there. And then here. I like the blue glass. It sort of reminds me of like the energy shield that we have everywhere. Force field. But then this feels very, very empty. Maybe what we need is just a darker version. The glass would show up better too. It doesn't have to be orange, but no, that's going to be this one. Then we did stairs. Yeah, I don't know, but the dark might be, it's almost like I don't have enough contrast with the roof, but then I have too much contrast with the neighbor. I don't think I want to have any windows in here. Thanks for the lurk, Goonie Katie, and thanks again for the sub today. Really appreciate it. And then there and here. Just to try to break up the design a little bit. And then we do have, I don't have it right now, but we do have walls in this texture, so that could all be the same. They feel a little bit empty, Like this feels like it should connect more. Stream is at 2 hours. Thanks, Sandy. I like breaking up the texture. That's good. And I think it's better with the dark one, maybe not using color. I mean, also, orange is probably not the best. We should probably try to find a blue or something. We might end up using like a turquoise, like the warped wood or something. That could work. Oh no, I wish that this would not happen as much. I want to put some lights in there. That's going to be challenging. The better contrast with the ceiling. I don't think I want to do this in the ceiling because I think I want this to be the floor. But we definitely need to keep these in the floor, unfortunately. Otherwise, just... Well, I don't know. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's just too dark. Pain. I don't think I want the walls to be white as well and just have the shape. I mean, that's what's happening here, right? Is that it's the walls are white and the contrast is just the shape. But unfortunately, I think the issue there is the grid. Although, I guess we could use smooth quartz, couldn't we? I'll try that there. See what's up. I don't think I want a dark ceiling, but we'll try that too. All right, lots of cool things to do and decide. I need to take a short break. I do this once an hour. If you're new, if you're watching this later on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube, then it's an opportunity to maybe like and subscribe. And if you are following here on Twitch, then make sure you are hitting that follow button. It's a great way to tell when I'm streaming. Or if you've got a gift sub or if you decided to join on Patreon, then you get access to the Discord. It's only $2 a month on Patreon. Annual subs are available. And you can get to hang out in the Discord. And that's really the best way to know when I go live, because Twitch and social media, sometimes you miss notifications, but Discord, it's immediate. It's a bot. So it tells you immediately when I'm live. I'll be right back. So something I just realized is that we don't have walls in quartz. So if I do the walls in quartz, we'd have to do the walls in something else. Diorite is the closest thing. And that looks terrible. I would probably just use the black polished. Don't think we use those. I did bring those. What was the other kind of blue that I wanted to get in there? Oh, the wood. Warped wood. Thanks, Sandy. Daddy Death, hello, welcome in. I realized that I've just become very, very terrible at hunching over my chair. So we would probably do this out of quartz. I need to bring more quartz. And then this would be smooth quartz. That's the wrong spot. Hopefully we can squeeze this in. Oh, we probably can't. Crap. We may have to move those forward. Yeah, we might have to move that a block forward. All right, we'll test it out here for now. That might be, excuse me, that might be okay. White on white. I mean, obviously we'll change the top of it, but. That's a weird. That would give us an opportunity to put some more designs up here, though. Yeah, I don't know. I think the colors are a little bit too bright. Ah, I didn't put any dirt down here. Are you even gaming right if you don't adopt the shrimp posture? Nice. Yeah, don't do it. I'm still struggling to find the right kind of chair. I have to return the one that I have. I do like the contrast in the cells with the color. I'm just disappointed that we can't do this anymore. Any ideas on what I could use there? Can't do this because then I can't put one in the middle. I mean, that looks okay, but then I can't do it on this side. We'd have to do 3 of them in a row. I don't like that. I guess we could do that. That's not terrible. Sort of has like a technology look to it. It's okay. I feel like this is a little bit flat. Maybe we could put the shelves in the middle. That's not a bad compromise. Yeah, the shelf in the front I think just pushes it out too much. I would like to have some sort of detail here. There's definitely some things I want to go and make custom map art, because I think what we could do is have like an empty map, but then have like a little panel, like a little digital panel, like a door panel that you see in Star Trek and Star Wars and stuff. I don't know. I think you have to do that in the end in order to have the void be part of the map. I'm not sure. How do you make blank maps? Like transparent parts of the map. Is that only in the end? Try a dark ceiling. See what that looks like. Oh, I missed. Probably have a lot of villagers in here. Yep. I think it might be time to turn that off. Do it this way. Oh crap. Do something with these. I'll just grab a chest or something. Inventory is always full. Cool. Those can just stay in there. One, two, three. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like jumping and crouching has a weird... They've changed the way that it works, I think. I think that's a no on a dark ceiling. I think I would prefer a lighter ceiling. All right, so I don't like the warped wood. I need to go get more quartz, the main thing. I can't believe this is taking all stream. Smooth quartz is smelting it, right? I don't think we'd have a use for quartz pillars. Maybe the ceiling could be andesite. What other colors could I run down? I thought I do have the light blue terracotta. I guess there's cyan concrete. Don't like the warped wood. I feel like the concrete is going to be very, very bright. So we might not want to do a lot of it. Prismarine, dark prismarine. Oh, copper is a good idea. Copper's not a bad idea. So, gone. That's right height. That is not the right height. And then that is a slab. No, stair. Not smooth though. That I don't think I brought. No. Think that's enough contrast? I mean, there's a pretty big depth change. So that's working. I like that better too. I feel like it's missing some lights at the top. Maybe we can weasel away to sneak some lights in here. I don't have any more frog lights. That's not helpful at all. It's all right, except for everything else is vertical. Not that. That might work. I think this is the first time it's rained. Although, I've been under a roof the whole time, so maybe not. Don't know if prismarine is going to be the right look. Prismarine could be kind of cool behind glass if we ever wanted to make it look like there was some sort of energy happening. So maybe. I need more inventory space. I really wish we could upgrade inventory in Minecraft. I'd be okay with it attached to gameplay, you know. Go get the thing. Expand the thing. Oh, copper was the other one. Copper might have too much of a grid to it. I like the copper bulbs, even if they're off, they're kind of cool. Different names. How's the Canadian weather holding up? It's cold. Very, very cold. See, what I would be tempted to do here would be to put something along here like this. We'd have to move it out for this to work. Because this is slightly animated, but we'd have to light it somehow. Hmm. See, it looks so organic, it's the problem. That is very bright. That's got the rivets in it, so it does look very sci-fi. I think I like the cleaner terracotta look, though. I'm also going to play around with maybe some shelving or something. See, it's the right tone, but it's the wrong color. That's not bad. I think the blue might be too bright. The other thing we could do would be to have this all behind. So we can put this all back here. Oh, crap. Did I not pick it up? Where did it go? What was I doing? So we could do something like this. But then it feels not sturdy somehow. Just gets a little bit too complicated. Here, boss, thanks. was a 50-50 shot whether I made that or not. What do we think? Are we going? Do we go with quartz in the walls? I guess I just have to figure out what's happening with the roof then. Andesite has a way of looking shiny, so it might be good for the roof. Like I feel like it looks nicer in there than that does. It's definitely lighter than stone. I think we go all quartz. I think I just have to bump it out by a block, because if I want to have these cells be too deep, we run into an issue here where I can't do that. Or I could, but diorite would have to be visible. Because there's no other way to do it other than... I'm not sure where you would put the workstation, right? Yeah. I'll try tough. Tough might also look okay. But I put it all back. Yeah, I'm leaning quartz, but if all this comes out by a block, what does that look like? One, two, three, four, five, six. Is that right? Yeah. I think that's still wide enough. Oops. It might be worth getting a good texture for the inventory. It's similar how you've got waxed indicators in the inventory, but it doesn't show up in the world. It would be cool to have something separating smooth and regular quartz. Yeah, I think that's okay. And that gives us the depth that we would need, I think. I guess those would just be, could we... What's the range that these guys need to be vertically to reach their workstations? Could I lower that? Like, could I remove that block and put that in there so it wouldn't be seen? Because that would also be ideal. Cool. How far down can you go, Sandy? Okay, so we're not using copper. Although I did want to test the copper bulb somewhere. Alright, we'll mess around with that later. They can stand on them too? Oh wow, we really are low on frog lights. If they reach them, if they're not standing on them. Well, we'll try. We'll figure it out, I guess. Do I like the orange? I guess we'll try the orange. It might be cool to have orange glass in there, now that I think about it. I feel like something like that could be cool too, where we might want to have like dual purpose, have the light shine down, but then also have the light shine out. But do we do that, or we do slab? Maybe that's a good spot to put an end rod. I guess that would be last there. So orange, 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 and then the end rod would go here. Maybe. It's crazy that these things are far enough apart that I want to fly back and forth between them. It's not even problematic. It's just almost the perfect distance. And that could be an ochre frog light. Oh, that really darkens that up, doesn't it? Weird. Well, I guess not. I would have thought that that would have been brighter. Is there a difference between... These are full brightness, aren't they? No, they're not. Yeah, frog lights are brighter. Huh, by a little bit. Maybe we just have to switch to the ochre frog lights. Am I stuck back here? Yes. Yeah, just that one block makes a huge difference. Although, that looks okay too. That's crazy how much brighter it is when you don't remove the... You're trying to go for something a little bit deeper. Like that's negligible. That's just the difference between 14 and 15 or 13 and 15. I think I might like the blue. Maybe we'll go with cyan in here. Yeah, maybe we'll go with the blue, and then maybe we'll bring back this a little bit higher. That's what they're going to be standing on anyway, right? Stream's at 3 hours. Thanks, Sandy. Yeah, I like that better than the orange. Yeah, I think I like it better when you can see the light. Even though not quite the right color. Not so sure about that. I don't know if that matters. But that probably looks better. All right, let's just fill in the rest of this wall here while I'm here. Now, why did I fall off that? We could always go with like a darker conduit at the top there too. That could help. Maybe we'll keep a little bit of that tough in there. I don't mind that actually. I think we've gotten most of it. I'm a little bit disappointed I'm not doing more detail on the walls, but I think by adding the stripe, it certainly breaks it up. We could also try this, where there's the orange is not on the bottom now. We could try something like this. Because I'm trying to stay away from the orange and white and blue. It's been done a lot recently in Minecraft. I don't mind that, especially if we have the tough in the top. They're almost the same color. Really, really close. I like that better than the orange. And then it's just a matter of, do we go with the orange or blue, or like what color do we put on the inside of the cells? But I think that works. Sea lanterns. Maybe sea lanterns. Sea lanterns have a really dark border on them that I'm not a big fan of, but yeah, that's something to try too. If they're going to be visible like that, then yeah, that's something that is worth going. Sea lanterns look pretty good with quartz if I remember correctly too. So don't have the room for this. Obviously, we'd have to change the design there. I think we're well on our way. I'll let this percolate a bit. We also have this side too, so we can try a little bit more variation on that side. Compare. I gotta remember to bring it all out by a block though. That's the thing. So we can do 2, 4, 6. We can have a dozen villagers in here. That's pretty good. Now, it does feel like a giant empty room. We'll have to come up with some sort of like... There could be some cool sort of center console or something. That could be kind of fun. I like the idea of having some sort of like hologram. Right? Don't have any other panes. But having something like that could be really cool, especially if you added a couple different color panes to kind of give it some texture. Looks like a hologram from Star Wars. Could even lower this down and have it like floating lower too. If we put something light at the back of the room, that could work too. Kitchen island. Yeah. the sci-fi kitchen prison island. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. All right, folks, that's where I need to wrap things up. Thanks very much for being here. Let me see who's streaming. I can send you along to somebody else playing the Minecraft. Refresh my feeds here. Liz is not playing. Pixarus is doing Elden Ring. No one's playing Minecraft. Just Tanisha. 5-year hardcore world. Yep, looks like that's where we're going. Unless somebody has another recommendation that I don't currently follow, then let me know in chat. Otherwise, I'll send you over to Tanisha. Thanks very much for hanging out, folks. A reminder that there is a new episode of the Spawn Chunks out right now. It's available on all of your favorite podcasting platforms, including a video version on YouTube, totally free. Check it out. It's all about Minecraft every single week. And if you want to support the stream, there are annual subs available on my Patreon page. It's patreon.com/JoelDuggan. Monthly is less than a cup of coffee. It's only $2 a month, and you'll save a little bit if you decide to go for the full year. I would really, really appreciate it. It does keep me streaming and allows me to pick up new games and try new things. I'm going to try to expand the gaming this year because the Lego sets are expensive, and actually Patreon helps with that too. But I don't always have a Lego set on Friday, so Friday I think might be a good day to try new games. Maybe try some indie games, which reminds me, I think there's only 1 day left on the Steam sale. I need to see if I'm going to pick anything up and check that out. So thanks again. Follow me on social media, Joel Duggan, very easy to find, and I'll see you back here tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Bye for now.